So it'll just be better.
Right.
That's all.
Wow.
I also wanted to stop for a bit.
I gotta also ask, look at the boat. What happened with your boat?
Oh yeah.
That was all of a sudden like,
fucking-
wow, Louis like a tabloid guy.
Yeah, popping
Louis C.K. in his boat.
Just hanging out waiting
the
to
fuck?
be
I
I
rescued.
got stuck in the mud.
It's new Black Crowes album.
It was my first day. Yes, it was my first day in the
Stuck in the
boat.
mud.
I just bought it, and I spent one day on it with some guy who showed me the specifics of the boat. But it was a big fucking boat with 2 engines, and it's really complicated to drive. And I took my girls out on it, and as we were pulling out of the marina, my daughter was like, "How do you know how to do this?"
Oh, shit.
And I was like, "It's not that big a deal." Like I was defensive with my 10-year-old. It's not that big a deal. I could do this. And we went around Manhattan, and I got in all this shit. I had no qualifications
That's
to
a
deal with.
crazy waterway because
Yes.
the currents,
Especially on the east side.
especially what do they call that
It's
fucking
an actuary.
one?
Don't they
There's
call it devil's something?
No, it's like something.
all the water.
Hell's
Gate.
Hell's Gate.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
All
Right
the
on
water
the top.
converges right there.
They should call it
It's where
Watergate.
the rivers kind of split. by
you,
the-
Sam.
The Long Island Sound collides with the Harlem River.
Right,
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
It gets a little dicey over
It's
there.
really
Don't
bad.
say the Harlem River around Anthony today.
No.
I'm all right.
Little sensitive.
It's been a renaissance up there. It's
Don't say
fantastic.
muddy
One
river.
moment when we were in that cauldron and we just smashed, like the boat felt like it was coming apart, and my 7-year-old screamed, and her sister held her eyes, like closing them. It was like it was really stressful.
Were you
But then we
panicking?
get, then we
I didn't know it was
no,
that
I mean
crazy
it's
in that
nervy,
river.
but
It was making that smack sound on
Yes.
the water. The bow goes like bam. It
was really bad.
Fucking,
It's
it's
where
a
the Harlem
bang.
River meets.
Yeah.
The Long Island Sound.
the Long Island
It
Sound, the
swirls
East River,
in
and
such
the
a
Harlem
way
River.
you've never seen before.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
crazy
it's
to go
all,
through
and
that
it kind of, you
area.
get whirlpools.
Like up by Yankee
You get all kinds of like
Stadium?
lumber.
No, on the east side.
It's
Not
fucking
far
lumber
from Yankee
floating around.
Stadium. Not far from there.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is. Yeah,
That is
Yankee
east
Stadium's
side.
on the east side.
It's
It's south
crazy
of there.
to navigate that.
It's
yeah.
just north of Roosevelt Island.
Yeah.
Correct.
And are you thinking I just want somebody who knows how to do this here right now with me?
Yeah. And then we went up to the Harlem River, which is very, it's
awesome.
like glass.
It's
Yeah.
really nice.
And so now we got through it, and we're really happy. And I've got frozen burritos and macaroni and cheese. So we're going to pull over, throw the anchor, and we're going to make lunch. And so I find this little cove, this sweet little cove.
nice.
And
In Harlem?
there's people in a park next to it, and it's just a nice place. So I pull in there, and the boat just stops moving all of a sudden. And everything starts beeping because
the
the
depth
boat is
gauge and
the boat is cooled by water that it's sitting in. So now it's just sucking mud up into the this 2-hour-old engines are now packed with mud. And I just shut everything off because I know everything's overheating.
Oh man.
And my daughters go, "What's going on?" And I turned to them and I said, "You need not to ask me any questions for a little while."
Oh shit. Yeah.
And the park ranger calls over to me from the shore, and he says, "You ain't going anywhere. It's low tide. You're going to be stuck there for a long time." And I'm like, no, it's all right. It's all right. I'm trying not to let my daughters hear this. And I call the Coast Guard, whatever, the Channel 16. And I'm like, anybody can tow me out of here. And these cops show up on the boat. And they're like 50 yards away, and they're not going to come anywhere near me.
No.
And they said, "Yeah, you're going to have to wait till
Like you're
high tide."
infectious.
Yeah, it's around 1 o'clock, and I'm on the radio with the cops, and they go, "You're going to have to wait till high tide." And I said, "When's that?" And they said, "Maybe midnight tonight."
Oh no.
And both my daughters start crying right away.
Did you stay the whole time, or did you get out?
You can't. There was no way to get out because in
couldn't
a
take, like, a
few
little
minutes
Zodiac?
we were surrounded by mud. And it was like quicksand. Like I put a stick in it, and it just fell into the mud.
Were you embarrassed?
Fucking
That's one of the best questions I've ever heard. Quick, salient, succinct.
Oh
I
man.
was really embarrassed.
So you were pretty much just like no more water. Your boat is sitting in muck.
Mud, yeah.
In mud.
Really
And
gross.
you're waiting for the tide to come back in. Were you
Yeah, and
afraid
we-
that it was just going to be stuck in the mud and
I was afraid
not
of that.
come up?
I was afraid. My daughter was like, "What if we like keel over? What if we start tipping over?" I'm like, "That can't happen." And in my head, I'm like, "That could totally happen." And the cops said they would go get us food because we couldn't cook any of the food now because it needs a generator to
Throw
run
it
the
to you?
fucking oven.
How would they get it to you?
Well, that was a big deal because they went and got us food. The cops, they bought us a whole chicken and some rice.
Nice.
Really
Oh,
nice
nice.
guys. Then they come back and now there's a huge expanse of mud between us and them.
food.
And they go, we don't know how you're going to get this. They put it in a garbage bag. And I start throwing a line to them, but it's not making it. All these people on the shore, everybody knows who I am now.
Oh no!
So there's people in the park and the shore who are just on a rail just watching me. And I'm throwing this, I've tied a pot to the rope. And I throw it, and it gets about halfway there, and I'm pull it back, and I'm covered in mud. Because every time the rope comes back, it's totally covered in mud, and I have to get the mud off so it's not heavy. Every time I go to throw it, all the people on the side, half of them are going, "Well, pull it for you, Louie. You can do it." And then when I miss, they go, "Oh man, dude sucks."
It's like playing left field for the Yankees.
Yeah, it's totally the Yankee Stadium crowd. Boo. People booed. People booed.
Wow!
And I couldn't get it. So finally, the cops pulled over a guy who was fishing, and they used his rod to throw me a line.
Cast a
They
line.
cast a weight over
Oh,
to me.
nice.
So you're able to
I
tie
tied
that.
it to a rope.
Right.
They pulled, and then I had to pull dinner onto the boat. I was so soaked in mud and sweat. Totally.
Then it was chicken mole after that.
That's right.
Had your kids calmed down by that point? a
They
little
were great. My kids
Yeah.
were amazing.
Yeah.
Then what happens at midnight?
We waited and waited. Once in a while, like it started raining a little bit, and I heard from the darkness in the park, some kid go, "Hey, Louis, CK, it's raining out now." This is crazy.
Asshole.
But those guys at the marina where I keep the boat, they're really cool guys, and they sent some young guy, and in a boat, and they just dropped him in the water, and he swam to us.
Jesus.
Crazy kid. And he came on board with me and helped me get it out. Once the water came up, we used the bow thruster to shove the boat
Oh, you got a
around.
little bow thruster on
Yeah.
there.
Were you feeling it rise as the water's coming? You're like, oh, God,
No, the
this
boat
actually-
wasn't moving because the water was coming up and the boat was just sitting there,
Wow.
stuck in the mud. So that's why we used the bow thrusters are above
Shake
the
it
mud.
loose. Wow.
So we shook the boat around.
Whoa.
And it worked.
And
Now-
at one point, the tide was starting to go down again, and the guy that was
No.
with me said, "It's your call, but we could put it in. We could turn the engines on and put it in reverse and try to get out
Give
of
it a
here."
whirl.
What'd you do?
Yeah, it was like Apollo 13 because everything had been off for a long time,
Yeah,
and now we're
yeah.
like, he says we have 10 seconds of battery. It was all this stuff.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
So we fired up and just put it in reverse, and mud just. It
Yeah.
was crazy.
We don't have enough limbs to get Louis out of the mud.
Any damage to the boat?
It's pride.
Propeller was My
Little damage.
propeller was bent a little,
2 hours.
but now
Boat
the
was 2
hurricane
hours old.
threw my boat into a street somewhere.
Are you serious? The hurricane fucking totaled your boat.
I don't know. They said nobody. I was
They haven't
the
found
marina
it yet?
where they had it. They said all boats came off their blocks because the surge came up under the boats,
Fucking Captain Louis.
I think-
and they said
Jesus.
all boats were damaged.
I think God is telling you not to have a boat, though.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to find another hobby.
What are you
You
going to
gotta
do next? Go
another
around
hobby.
Somalia?
Now, Lou, didn't you have a depth gauge indicator where that would go like
Yeah.
meh when you get in shallow water?
Yeah, the mud happens so suddenly. You have to know
Oh.
the waters, and you need
Yeah,
to look
yeah.
at your charts.
Right,
You can't
the
just look at the
charts.
depth finder.
And the tributaries. You have to know them as well.
The
There's a
depth
few
finder
eddies.
tells you what the depth is directly
Under your boat, right?
Yeah.
So
It doesn't
you
tell
can
you
just,
what's coming.
You'll just go up on it, and then it'll.
If he knew it was coming,
right.
he wouldn't be near Harlem. You were just going out there trying to catch Walter, and you and Billy hit the rock on Golden Pond. Where fucking Katharine Hepburn comes out with her fucking head boogieing.
Oh my God! Wow, that is fucked up, Louis.
It was a funny.
Jesus.
Well, my girls went through this whole thing with me as we came into the. We went down the Hudson River to go home at midnight. And I said to my daughter, we have to come back out on the boat so you can have a positive experience.
Right.
And she said, we just did have a positive experience.
Oh, that's nice.
She
Plus, they
loved
got
it.
to stay up late.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they
that's-
don't like staying up late. They're
No.
10 and 7.
Yeah.
They just want to go to sleep.
Is there a downstairs on the
I got a
boat?
10-year-old. He's
Yeah.
like stares at the TV all night.
Does he?
Yeah,
Well,
he wants to
he's a boy.
sleep. I know I can't
boys
stop
are-
doing Colin.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. Hello. Nice to be here. How are you doing? Good. Good. Nice to be here. I'm broke. Anybody else broke? You ever get so broke that the bank starts charging you money for not having enough money? That's fucking broke, man. Bank called me up. They're like, "Hi, we're calling because you don't have enough money." I'm like, "I know." She's like, "Sir, you have insufficient funds." Well, that's a good way to put it, too. I agree with that. I find my funds to be grossly insufficient. Thanks for calling. Why are you mad at me? I don't understand what. How is this something I'm doing to you? She's like, "Sir, you only have $20. That's not enough. You can't only have $20. I'm like, "Look, I'm not being broke just to fuck with you. I just really don't have any money. I'm not trying to be a dick. My life is shitty." What? So they charged me. They charged me $15. That's how much it costs to only have $20. But here's the fucked up part. Now I only have $5. What did I pay the $15 for if I don't get to have the $20 that I paid to have? I paid the fucking money. Where's my $20? That's like going to the movies. You buy your ticket and they go, "Get the fuck out of here. Go home." But I paid for the movie. No, you paid for a ticket, motherfucker. You didn't pay for a movie. You ever have negative money? That's depressing, isn't it? You look at your bank account, negative $10. That's how much I have now. Negative 10. That means I don't even have no money now. I wish I did. I wish I didn't have anything. I wish I just had nothing, but I have less than that. I don't have none. I have not 10. I can't, if it's free, I can't fucking afford it. Somebody could come up to me, "Take this, it's free." Fuck, that costs nothing. I can't afford that. That's more than I have. I gotta raise $10 to be broke. That's where I'm at. That's not good. That's bad. Apparently some of you are in the same fucking position. How's your economy doing? Shit. No, I'm glad you appreciate that story. Not everybody appreciates that story. I told that story about a week ago in Orange County, California, and all these rich motherfuckers looking at me with their boat tans and their golf shirts and penny loafers. They're all looking at me like, "Well, yeah. Like, you were financially irresponsible, you had to pay the price. I don't frankly see what you're angry about. The bank has a right to accrue a fee, clearly." That's how different it is to be rich than it is to be poor, because when you're rich, the bank pays you for being rich. If you have a lot of money, they give you money because you have a lot of money. They say, "You have so much money that we should give you some. Because you have a lot, you should have more. Here, take more money. Take this guy's 15, fuck him, you should have it." It makes perfect sense. He doesn't have enough, you have a lot. Fine, take it all, you motherfuckers. I don't give a shit. You ever get so broke it just becomes funny to you after a while? You're like, "Jesus Christ, I have no fucking money. Jesus." People call you, "Hi, we're going to turn off the..." Yeah, fuck it, turn it off, man. Turn it off, I don't give a shit. "When can you make a payment?" I ain't paying anything. What am I going to fucking pay you with? I fucking sold the phone. I don't need it now. Damn it, man. Shit's brutal. I live in New York too, and man, you can't get along with no money in New York. You gotta live in these tiny places. I have this apartment, right? And we have this. Okay, here's the toilet, right? I'm on the toilet. This is how small the apartment is. The tub is right here, like right next to the toilet. Then there's a wall, like right fucking here, like right. There's no. You get squeezed in. And here's the worst part. I have to put a foot in the tub to use this toilet because otherwise I gotta go like this. Who shits like this with their knees together? I'm pooping. No, you gotta fucking dig in. You gotta get into it. And in order to achieve this position, I have to put a foot in the tub. Now try putting a foot in the tub when your pants are at your ankles. You can't. They both want to go, right? So I have to take off the whole pant leg, which means I have to take a shoe off every time I take a shit. Every time. And sometimes that's okay, but a lot of times it fucking isn't okay. Sometimes I didn't plan effectively, and I'm 10 blocks from my house, and I've got to shit. You know when you can't run because you'll bounce it out, so you got to kind of glide, and you're going, come on! God damn it! And you stop occasionally. Fuck! Come on, man! God. Okay, I'm gonna make it. And I always get to this point where like, I'm gonna make it. I'm fucking fine. I'm fine. Mind over matter. I'm gonna make it. And then I see my house. I just see it. And my eyes tell the rest of me, fuck it, man. Let go. We're here. There's no need to hold on anymore. We've made it. Because my eyes are fucking retarded, and they don't know the difference between the outside and the inside of my house. So now I got like Olympic seconds to fucking get in my house and open the door to the bathroom, and I gotta take a fucking shoe off? Are you... I have shit my pants 13 times. I couldn't keep a straight face with that. All right. Oh, shut up. You better leave now. It doesn't get any better. Anyway. No, fine, sorry, blah, blah. So anyway, no money. I guess I'm white trash officially, and white trash is a very funny expression to me because it's the only racial expression you can use, and no one gets offended. Nobody gives a shit when you say white trash. Nobody gets all quiet like, hey man, why are you talking like that? That's not cool. Nobody defends white trash. You can be talking to the most liberal hippie in the world. You go, hey, I saw this guy, he was white trash. He'll go, ha ha, fuck that guy. White trash piece of shit. Let's laugh at him because he's poor and he's starving to death. Fucking loser. He lives in a trailer because he can't afford a house. Let's go shit right in his face right now. That's why they're funny to us, because they're fucking poor. He wears stupid clothes because they're fucking free so he can eat. Ha fucking ha! Man, it's depressing in this country. You ever drive through whole towns where everybody's life is shit in the whole town? Everybody's just standing in front of their house like... I don't know, man. This is a weird election, too. People got weird, man. I was driving through this town in upstate New York. This guy's standing there with a sign that says, honk if you love America. Now, I love America, but I'm looking at this guy and I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing, man? This is your day? You're gonna stand at this red light with this fucking sign? What is wrong with you? And he's looking at me because he's angry that I haven't honked yet. And now he's trying to intimidate me. He's like, fucking honk, motherfucker! Honk! And then I I decide, you know what, I'm not honking. And you know why? Because fuck this guy, that's why. He doesn't get to decide this rule for the whole fucking intersection. Just because he's got a magic marker and no job, now I have to honk? Or otherwise I'm a fucking commie? Fuck him. What if I go up to him with a t-shirt that says, lick my balls if you love Jesus? Come on, man, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. What are you, a Jew? Lick him!
Out here. Okay, what does this guy want? Steve from New York City, what do you want?
Hey, Louie. I'm about 15 blocks away right now. I work in radio. I'm not doing anything tonight, so if you want a co-host or somebody to find some material for you, I'd be happy to do it.
I think that's very generous of you, but I'd rather shit in a hat and wear it for the rest of my life. Thanks, Steve. 3-year-old terror, what do I do? Okay, hey, guy in New York City, you got a kid and she's a terror? He?
Yeah, her name's Alexandra. She drives a wedge between me and my wife. I love her to death. She's a great kid, but she just freaks out constantly and screams until you give in, and I just fight with her constantly.
What makes you, what do you give in? Give me an example of you giving in.
An example, I'll say, don't do that or I'm going to take that away.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll do it, I'll take it, and then my wife will say, don't do that, you're torturing her, and I'll give it back to her like a chump.
Have you ever talked to your wife about this?
Yeah, she's just stubborn. My wife is thick-headed.
But here's the thing. Just try this. And I don't care if this is boring for listeners because this is important for you to know. Take your wife aside later. Don't fucking, because I know what happens. She says, give it to her, and you turn to your wife and say, what the fuck did you do that for? And she says, well, you're torturing the kid. And the kid goes, nah. And then you just leave the room and go drink a beer and shit in your own mouth for the rest of your life, right?
Well, basically.
So try this, man. Just next time you're sitting with your wife watching fucking Dancing with the Cunts or whatever it is, just turn to her and say, can I talk to you for a second? And she'll go, what? And say, don't say what like that. Just listen. Maybe I have something to say. And turn off the TV. And say, okay. Listen, when I try to discipline the kid or try to bring consequences to her for what she does, please don't undercut me. Can you see how that's a drag? And your wife's going to argue with you. But,
yeah, it's happened numerous times.
Yeah, but don't do it in the heat of the moment. You got to do it at a time where you're not fighting, when everything's cool. You got to bring it up out of nowhere when everything's okay and establish a fucking. Here's the thing. Being a parent, it's like being at war, and the way that we do it, it's as if we were a platoon in the army that didn't even kneel down and draw some pictures in the sand with a rock and here you go here and you go there. If you're a platoon, you're going to take a building or something full of brown people that you want to kill. You have to draw a picture of the building in the sand. And you say, you go here, and Johnson, you go here, and all that kind of thing, right?
Right.
Otherwise, it would just be like, let's just go get the building. And then people are shooting at you, and you're going, you fucking idiot, go over there, and yelling at each other. That's what parents do. So you need to actually set some time aside and decide, when I say, stop that or I'll take that away, you've got to fucking back me up. And if she has a better plan, let her come up with it.
Right, no, of course.
And if your kid is declining in behavior instead of getting better, then one of you is fucking wrong. So you got to work that shit out. But never back down. Never. Once you tell your daughter this is going to be the consequence, and explain to your kid too, these are consequences. This is what happens when. Don't just say no, you can't have it because I said so. You got to explain to her, I told you not to do that. You're still doing it. This is the consequences that you lose this thing, you little motherfucker. Okay?
All right, Louie. Thanks for the advice.
I was born in 1967, and so I grew up in the 70s. So I'm not racist. However, that was a very racist decade. People said racist things all the time, and nobody got offended. The only time somebody got offended if you said something racist in the 70s is when they would then say, hey, you interrupted me. I was saying something racist. Why did you?
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Why? It says press.
So you press the thing because it says press? you would not have survived the camps.
What? What?
Dude.
It says press.
Go ahead.
Why would they make it say
Press the arc button. Enjoy.
Nigger.
Whoa.
My kids are like Israel and Palestine. And I'm like America. The little one's like Palestine because she always gets screwed. She gets the worst deals. She's like, she threw a rock at my face. I'm like, you're fine. Here's a joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because there was a black guy walking behind him. We had a town child molester. His name was Jean Baptiste. It's a true story. And he liked teenage boys. That's when you would find out, because I was a teenage boy. He didn't like me. I felt a little bad.
I have this friend, he has a phone that can IM, he can instant message, and so now I really want him to die, because I'm sick of getting these fucking messages from him on his phone. I'm in a shoe store. That's the whole message. We're not secret agents. I don't need to know where you are.
You know, kids are mean, and it's because they're trying it out. They look at a kid and they go, you're fat. And then they see the kid's face scrunch up and they go, ooh, that doesn't feel good to make a person do that. Right. But they got to start with doing the mean thing. But when they write you're fat, then they just go, that was fun. I like that.
You're the only person we could find who would come here to defend masturbation.
Well, I like it. It's easy and it's fun and nobody gets hurt.
The Bible teaches us that lust in your heart is a sin when acted upon outside the context of marriage.
Well, I'm not married, so anything I do is outside of that context.
So I get this message from him. He says, I'm on an airplane in Seattle. So I wrote back and I said, well, I hope your plane crashes. And he gets pissed off and he calls me, take it back. We're about to take off. I'm like, fuck you. I hope it crashes. I don't have to take it back.
Don't be a musician. That's a stupid thing to do for a living. But if it doesn't work out the way you wanted, you can look at these. You've got these guys here.
And he tries to make, he goes, well, how are you going to feel now if my plane crashes after you went and said that? I'm like, are you shitting me? That would be amazing. To know that I can do that? I'd happily trade your life for knowledge of my powers.
Enjoy each other under his loving gaze.
When you mean that God watches married people have sex?
God watches over everything.
So we're like porn for God. He watches us, and then he probably masturbates.
Have you ever tried?
Tried not to masturbate?
Yes.
Well, sometimes I won't do it for like a week, but that's just so that when I do it again, it'll be way better.
I'm thinking of buying a goat. Because I want to have a trash can that I can make love to. I can do that with a trash can I have now, but a goat has a vagina. That makes it a lot better.
Hey, what would you do if you had a time machine? Like, fuck you. I don't... You know what? I wouldn't use it. I just let it sit in my house. I'd put a drink on it. And yeah, I got a time machine. I never even wanted it. I don't know. I'm not interested. I'd use it to go back 30 minutes ago and punch you in the fucking face before you asked me that. That's all. One use.
I'm a good citizen. I'm a good father. I recycle and I masturbate. And I'm proud of it. And God's happy. And later I'm going to masturbate and I'm going to think about you. And there's nothing you can do about it.
So he said if he had a time machine, he would kill Hitler. Like he would go back and kill Hitler. I love that he thinks he can just kill Hitler just because he just goes back there and walk up and kill the dude. And I was thinking that's a noble purpose for a time machine. I would do that, but I would have gone back then, but I wouldn't have killed Hitler. I would have raped him. That's what I thought. Because I think that would have been enough. I think that would have stopped him from doing all that shit. If he had been raped by me, he never would have pulled any of that stuff, man.
I got to get the phone and write hi to like 50 people. And then, you know, somebody cool writes back, and then somebody not as cool writes after, and I'm like, oh, you, I'm not going to...
I'm not condoning rape, obviously. You should never rape anyone. Unless you have a reason, like you want to fuck somebody and they won't let you, in which case, what other option do you have? How else are you supposed to have an orgasm in their body if you don't rape them? I mean, what the fuck?
I had to flush my daughter's fish down the toilet. I came home, the fish was dead. She wasn't home from school yet, so I just flushed the fish. And then my daughter comes home. Why did he die, Dad? Come on, what am I gonna say? Why did he die? Because who gives a shit? That's the reason. That's the actual reason. Is because it didn't matter that he was alive. That's why he's dead.
He didn't know his name and he didn't love you back. These are the facts about that fish's life. Children who have nut allergies need to be protected. Of course. We have to segregate their food from nuts, have their medication available at all times, and anybody who manufactures or serves food needs to be aware of deadly nut allergies. Of course. But maybe if touching a nut kills you, you're supposed to die. I'm not saying don't get married. If you meet somebody, fall in love and get married, and then get divorced, because that's the best part. It's the best part. Marriage is just like a larva stage for true happiness, which is divorce, because you just let go, and everything's fine now. Divorce is forever. I took both my kids to the aquarium in Boston, and we were looking at this seal or sea lion. I don't know which one. I don't care. I don't think they need to be separate things. I really don't. They don't care, and we don't care. There's like 3 scientists who give a shit what we call all those things. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Of course it is. Every time it's happened. Black people in America, Jews in Egypt, every time a whole race of people has been enslaved, it's a terrible, horrible thing. Of course. But maybe every incredible human achievement in history was done with slaves. Every single thing where you go, how did they build those pyramids? They just threw human death and suffering at them until they were finished. Nobody's watching your kids' videos on Facebook, I promise you. I'll prove it to you. Next time you tape your kids dance, take 1 second of it, and then add 20 minutes of just your own asshole. Just go in the bathroom and just record your own anus opening and closing for 20 minutes.
Hey, so going back to your kids, there's a story that happened in a mall. I want to get your take on it. Simple as that. All right, it's a pretty good one.
A mother outraged. Her 5-year-old daughter had an emergency, and she says store employees refused to help.
The mother says she was eating at a shopping mall when her 5-year-old started screaming. Many parents can relate. It was a bathroom emergency. But when she went to the nearest place for help, they said no.
She says her daughter had a massive accident. Well, now the store's owner is receiving death threats because of this bathroom backlash.
This just never should have happened. It never should have escalated this high.
But it did. Now one mother has started an internet campaign. And this store owner.
People have called asking if this is my address and said my address to my daughter. And she was terrified.
Says she's now getting death threats.
Good.
The only one that I actually read was the one that said what they wanted to do to me. That was beat me with a lead pipe.
Well, stop thinking your stupid bathroom is sacred.
All right, wait a minute, though. So this mother is starting the internet campaign against the store?
Yeah. What kind of store?
I hate the mother. I hate her.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but see, you got the 5-year-old. Obviously, the 5-year-old.
I got a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I've been out in public with them many times.
Yeah.
I've been at Yankee Stadium with them.
And you need a bathroom.
Yeah, you need a well, okay, here's what happens. You're at Yankee Stadium with your 2 kids, and you don't want to, the Yankee Stadium men's room.
Right.
It's pretty disgusting.
Sure is.
And I don't want to go there and be in line with my kids and then go into a stall that's just got, it's just a chocolate-covered toilet seat. But I do it. Because I know later I might not have a bathroom. If her kid has started screaming, I have to go to the bathroom, that means she's a lousy mother. That's all. I can just tell you that as a fact.
Oh,
that she doesn't know how to take care of her kids.
She should have maybe sooner found something.
She's a self-centered, stupid mother eating a fat burger at the mall. Just an idiot.
The key word there was massive.
Yeah.
The kid had a massive accident.
I don't want to.
Wow.
I think there's more that's going to be revealed here.
Oh, is there?
Instead of us saying it, because like the lead pipe thing, came out of nowhere. I'm hoping these other facts come out of nowhere.
Beat you
here.
with a lead pipe.
Yeah, Anthony said massive.
Yeah.
Massive is key to this story now.
Okay.
Keep listening.
Okay.
You know, and this lady's now getting death threats because, you know, she wouldn't let the mother with the young child use her
because
bathroom.
there's rules about it. Your public restrooms, there's when you have a store or a restaurant, your bathrooms are either rated for public use or not. You can't. It's actually a rule. So the woman's legitimate by not letting the person.
It's a dumb bathroom.
All right, let's hear.
This after a Huntington Beach mom walked into Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory.
Louis C.K. just did a spit take.
Come on. No way.
Wow.
Is that the name of the book?
That's why we don't want to give too much away. Yeah, there's a lot of surprises in this story. A lot of surprises.
My daughter left truffles all over the floor.
Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. Yuck.
Just let her drop one on the wax paper next to the other ones.
Right.
Let Lucy wrap it up after.
Yeah. Cool, no.
This after a Huntington Beach mom walked into Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory last Thursday.
She was carrying the child and she came running over here and she's saying, my 4-year-old, she has diarrhea. She needs to go to the bathroom.
My 4-year-old. What is it with saying my 4-year-old twice?
Probably so they would know it wasn't for her. Like, right.
Yeah.
I get it.
No, she had diarrhea. It's not her kid.
Oh, how great is this?
All right, go ahead.
Chocolate Factory.
Diarrhea. It's the best day of my life.
This is fantastic.
Cha-cha-cha.
Over here and she's saying, my 4-year-old, she has diarrhea. She needs to go to the bathroom.
Owner Bonnie Overturf wasn't there at the time. She says her employee instructed the mother to go to the public restrooms around the corner, a policy Overturf has advised all employees to follow.
Per health department regulation, no person not working with the food can come
They have diarrhea
and be that close to the food.
But on a blog, the mother wrote, I beg them to have a heart, that she was only 5. But by that time, she had lost it all over herself and me.
I beg them to have a heart. Have a brain, idiot. The bathroom's around the corner.
It's around the corner. Just
You're
go.
in a mall. There's bathrooms around the corner. You don't
Stop
go into
arguing.
a store. If you're in a mall, you don't go into the chocolate store to use the bathroom.
The Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory.
No, moron.
I don't. You know what?
You gotta let the mother use the dumb bathroom.
I hate these.
Yeah.
They're scum. Just the way they would make, knowing it's a little kid and they couldn't give the kid a break. It's like, so what? The mother's stupid. You're gonna make the kid pay? That store sucks.
I don't know,
hate
man.
kids.
Well, probably it's not. It's like a bathroom that's behind the counter. It's like
it sounded like it was in a place where it's too close to the Rocky Mountain chocolate, and you don't want a little kid.
I guess it just touches a nerve with me because I hate the mother. I hate most American parents are just so stupid.
Right.
They don't make the slightest effort.
I'm so
to get
happy.
ahead of things with your kid.
So
you
happy she was
ask your
exploded
kid
on.
when you're out with your kid. You ask him every 20 minutes or so. You got to go? Do you have to go?
Yeah, but I'm with Jimmy, man. You walk around New York, you need a bathroom every once in a while, and there's a bunch of these scums. They won't let you use their bathroom. Like, you have to buy something, so then you're sitting there buying dumb gum so you could use their stupid, turlet.
But look, I've pulled over with my kid at a gas station or something or a restaurant, and they'll go, you can't use the bathroom. And I do get mad. Yeah. But you're responsible for your kid's anus and urethra and what emits from there on.
Well, so they didn't let you use it?
Yeah, that's happened to me before.
Why do they lock the bathrooms at gas stations?
Does
anyone know the answer to that question?
Comedian Frank DeMico had a funny joke. Are they afraid someone's going to break in and clean it? This made me laugh.
Here's the last part of the story. This is what the mother wants everyone to do because of what happened.
Had I been there, yes, I probably would have allowed her to go in the back because I am a mother and I understand that.
The mother says she ran into the theater next door to clean her daughter up. So far, over 100,000 people have viewed her blog, where she encourages others to boycott all Rocky Mountain chocolate
I hate her.
Nope.
I don't hate her.
I love her. I'll tell you why.
I hate her.
It's not.
She's sitting. This is what I see. See, I'm a parent, so this is what I see now. She's sitting there
starting a blog and a website.
Yeah.
And her kids, Mommy, shut up!
Shut up, I'm doing my blog.
I'm making a website because you pooped your pants on my body. Mommy, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Shut up! I'm blogging about your diarrhea that came out of your anus.
No.
Sorry.
That was funny, but
sorry.
It's all right.
Here's what it is.
It's so true. No, he's right. This woman is now, she has this purpose.
Yeah, no, it's doing everything to avoid being any kind of
You
a
get
parent.
so sick and tired
Because people enjoy being angry, especially from a what about the kids angle.
Yeah.
But I don't
it's
care
just
about
people
kids,
going,
and I'm
how
thinking
awful. You know, it's okay for single people to do stuff like this, but when you have kids, you just roll with the punches. I mean, she's being stupid. And also, I don't know, I mean, I wasn't there, but the timing of the story sounds like she ran in. I mean, this is what it sounds like. She went, oh, help! I'm going to sue you now.
Yeah.
It was like, help! Oh, man, we don't allow
Quick,
this place.
she
Please, could you just... Oh, I'm going to go do a blog.
It sounds like even if she let her use the bathroom, that the kid was going to lose
kid
it
would
before
not
they
have made it.
Yeah.
She probably would have had diarrhea on top of the chocolate.
Yeah.
I think there's a good shot.
Good chance.
If the diarrhea got on the mother, so the kid was probably wearing a dress.
Oh, God.
That means the mother got diarrhea on her, according to this story.
Yeah.
So a little girl had like this skirt which looked like an upside down funnel. Like she was like a diarrhea dispenser. She came in with holding a kid in her arms saying, "Can I please splurge diarrhea all over your food? Can I hand her to you over the counter so that the diarrhea just
goes all over your Rocky Mountain chocolate."
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else we got here.
Urges others to boycott all Rocky Mountain chocolate factories.
On the mother's end, what a sad thing. Here you have a child and we have an emergency, and where can I go? If I was a mother and I had to go and take my child somewhere, and am I going to have a door closed on me because I'm having a problem?
Overturf tells me she apologized to the mother. She's also contacted police because of the anonymous threats. We tried to contact the mother today, but couldn't reach her.
Yeah, because she was too busy blogging.
Needs dating advice. What the fuck would I know about dating? Tony from Arkansas. What's up, man?
What's up, Louis?
Yeah.
I'm 29 years old,
Mhm.
pretty good-looking guy.
Yeah, says you.
Live in a college town.
Yes.
I fuck these average skanks whenever I just kind of meet up with them through mutual friends or whatever.
Mhm.
But whenever I'm at the coolest bars and stuff, and there's 8.5, 9s walking around, ass everywhere, I just can't talk to them. How can I get over the hump? I know you're a shapeless, out of shape faggot, but
Yep. And I never was good at that, but I don't know, there's something about the fact that you look at the women that you fuck as skanks, and then there's these women that are beyond your reach for you. There's something weird about that. It's all in your head, Like, if you just thought of yourself differently, you'd be able to go up to one of those women and say, listen, I got 10 minutes to fuck you, come out to my car. And she'd fuck you. But, what is it about 8.5s and 9s? Why do guys feel like they gotta fuck women with rock hard asses? Do you enjoy the skanks, quote unquote, that you fuck? Is that enjoyable?
yeah, but it's not something that I would want to take around with me. I'm like a girlfriend type.
So you want a girl you can kind of show off and stuff?
Yeah.
Try.
But they don't have to be a 9. But I'm just saying that's just an example of how can I get?
Where do you go? You're going to bars in Arkansas and trying to meet women, right?
Yeah.
Go to the library and find a girl and start talking to her. If you're at a bar, imagine this for a second. Try to put yourself in the shoes of a 9.5 or 8 or whatever you call these women. Like, imagine being a hot girl at a bar. How fucking weird is she? Like, what is her life? She puts on some, sexy clothes, she works out to keep her body fit, and then she, hangs around a bar and hopes some guy will talk to her? I mean, what kind of a fucked up, weird existence is that shit? I mean, what do you do? What do you do? You work?
Yeah.
What is your job?
I own a landscape company.
Yeah, so you own a company. You are an owner of a company, right? You are a guy with an identity.
You're looking at women that, like, she's some fucking woman, a hot chick at a bar. Who the fuck would want to be that? Who would want to talk to that? You know what you should do is find a woman that owns a company like you, and you guys will fucking connect like a motherfucker. Like, go find...
Okay, well, stay at the library. Stay at the library. It doesn't have to be at a bar. Stay at the library. I'm a faggot when it comes to just coming up to girls.
Well, that's because, again, what would you have in common with some chick at a bar that hopes some guy will maybe fuck her, take her around in his Camaro, or whatever people are driving now. I'm too old.
Yeah.
Just why? What would you have to say to that girl? Hey, you're hot. You want to suck my dick? Like, what would you have to say? Don't put her on a pedestal. Fucking some chick at a bar with a hot ass. What is interesting about that? But if you found a girl who looks pretty damn good, who does something like what you do, who's like a person with an identity, who has like a company or whatever, and then you guys would just start fucking talking, and that would be so exciting that you'd want to suck her pussy and vice versa.
Right.
All right, man. Good luck.
All right, man.
What do I know about getting laid? Jesus Christ, I can't even fuck my own wife. I can't even... I tried to... Patrice O'Neill said to me the other night, have you ever tried threesomes? This is the kind of advice I get from fucking single people who think they're going to fix my marriage. Patrice says, why don't you introduce your wife into the idea of having a threesome? Like, we don't even have twosomes. Okay? I'm having trouble talking my hand into jerking me off right now. And I'm telling a guy how to talk to women in a bar.
Everybody has a competition in their brain of good thoughts and bad thoughts. Hopefully the good thoughts win. For me, I always have both. I have like the thing I believe, the good thing. That's the thing I believe. And then there's this thing. And I don't believe it, but it is there. It's always this thing and then this thing. It's become a category in my brain that I call, of course, but maybe. I'll give you an example. Okay, like of course, children who have nut allergies need to be protected. Of course. We have to segregate their food from nuts, have their medication available at all times, and anybody who manufactures or serves food needs to be aware of deadly nut allergies. Of course. But maybe if touching a nut kills you, you're supposed to die. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Jesus. I have a nephew who has that. I'd be devastated if something happened to him. But maybe, if we all just do this for 1 year, we're done with nut allergies forever. No, of course not. Of course, if you're fighting for your country and you get shot or hurt, it's a terrible tragedy. Of course. Of course. But maybe if you pick up a gun and go to another country and you get shot, it's not that weird. Maybe if you get shot by the dude you were just shooting at, it's a tiny bit your fault. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Listen, you all clapped for dead kids with the nuts. For kids dying from nuts, you applauded. So you're in this with me now, do you understand? You don't get to cherry pick. Those kids did nothing to you. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Of course it is. Every time it's happened. Black people in America, Jews in Egypt, every time a whole race of people has been enslaved, it's a terrible, horrible thing. Of course. But maybe Maybe every incredible human achievement in history was done with slaves. Every single thing where you go, how did they build those pyramids? They just threw human death and suffering at them until they were finished. How did we traverse the nation with a railroad so quickly? We just threw Chinese people in caves and blew them up and didn't give a shit what happened to them. There's no end to what you can do when you don't give a fuck about particular people. You can do anything. That's where human greatness comes from, is that we're shitty people, that we fuck others over. Even today, how do we have this amazing microtechnology? Because the factory where they're making these, they jump off the fucking roof because it's a nightmare in there. You really have a choice. You can have candles and horses and be a little kinder to each other, or let someone suffer immeasurably far away just so you can leave a mean comment on YouTube while you're taking a shit.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Nice to be here. I feel pretty good today. You know why I feel good? Because I have the body that I want. And that's a thing people really covet. It's a hard thing to achieve, and I did. And I'm going to tell you how to have exactly the body that you want. You just have to want a shitty body. That's all it is. You have to want your own shitty, ugly, disgusting body. I don't, though, like being uncomfortable and unhealthy. And I'm both of those things all the time. I get really sweaty all the time. And that's also bad for sex, because I just rain sweat all over people. Like, I'm like, ugh. And that's what I'm like when I have sex, like, ugh. And I always see her, and she's like, just sweat is pouring off my head. And she's like, dude, you're limiting my enjoyment by a lot. My days start poorly because of the shape I'm in. Because now also I'm 42, so I'm really on the decline. There's never gonna be another year of my life that was better than the year before. That's never gonna happen again. I've seen my best years. And when I wake up in the morning, I just sit there and I'm like, it's an awful way to start your day. Every day starts with me like my eyes open and I reload the program of misery. I just open my eyes, remember who I am, what I'm like, and I go, I guess, do it. I don't know. I guess. Oh my God. Somebody called me an Indian giver recently. I don't know if you've heard that expression since you were kids, but I remember we used to call each other. Indian giver is one of the most offensive things you could ever, because what it's meant to be is that someone gave you something and then they changed their minds. That makes you an Indian giver. And we equate this to the Indians because our feeling is that they gave us America and then they didn't take it back certainly, but they changed their minds about giving it to us. And it's so offensive when you consider the truth, which is that we got here and the Indians were like, hi, and we were like, hey, can we have everything? And they were like, well, we don't know what have means, but enjoy all the things that you need, like we do. So we start killing all of them. And they were like, oh, dude, could you not do that part where you kill all of us? Because that's kind of a drag for us. And we're like, you guys are Indian givers. Oh, my God. We're going to name that after you. You guys are dicks. Anyway, thanks a lot, folks. Good night.
Did no one tell you that tits are meant to be on women, not men? What is that?
Come on, man. This is a nightmare.
Oh, dear. Okay. Take a deep breath and hold it. So how do you feel, really? Apart from the tumour I can hear in your lungs.
Do that anyway. To read about you is to know that nothing, even close, is as important as your children.
Yeah, easily. Being a dad that's the most important job.
And what did they think of the comedy? Did they love it? Did they say, it's not me, Dad, it's funny how you use us, but it's not me?
Well, the stand-up that I do, I've changed the way I talk about my kids just because
I like sharing my stand-up with my kids. I like showing them what I do. Yeah. And, you know, the first time I ever showed my oldest daughter a bit I used to do about hide and seek, playing hide and seek.
Yes, tell me that story.
With her, and it was about getting really frustrated that she would hide it in plain sight, literally, and I would have to pretend she wasn't, that she was hiding better. And on stage, I would say what BS this was because she's, I mean, I have to pretend she's good, and I would rail about it and get angry. And I showed this to her when she was, I don't know, 6, and she laughed a lot because her younger sister. It was like that now. Like she was having to patronize her younger sister.
Oh, I see. She was doing the same thing.
So she's like,
just like what it is.
Yeah, she's like, I know exactly how you feel. And she was able to make that connection. And she also thought it was funny that I got so upset. She knew it was funny because in real life at home, I'm not like that. I mean, I get upset like any parent does, but not unreasonably. So she thought, she knew.
But would she say to her friends, I have the funniest dad in the world? He's the funniest man to be around.
Oh, geez, I don't know. I mean, what I hope is that her thoughts about me are as a father.
As a loving father.
I'm there for her when she gets off the bus from school. I'm there for her. I take her home. I cook her dinner. We do her homework together, and her sister, same thing. So I take care of them. To me, that's what I want them to remember. I think, of course, the work is like something that hopefully, when they're like 18, 19, they'll Google me and go, wow, this guy did a bunch of stuff while he was doing that, It's not important to me that I like to model for them a good life in my career as far as, trying really hard and being responsible. I tell them when something big is at stake and when it doesn't go well or when it does. I tell them that stuff as a role model, But I could be doing the same thing if I was working at some company making widgets or something,
What
I've seen a few tits. I've seen, I don't know, 48 maybe, I don't know. I've had my history in my life, I've been divorced for 5 years, and it's been the best part of my life, being divorced. Easily my favorite part of my life. I love being divorced. Every year has been better than the last. And it's the only time I can say that about. And by the way, I'm not saying don't get married. If you meet somebody, fall in love and get married, and then get divorced, because that's the best part. It's the best part. Marriage is just like a larva stage for true happiness, which is divorce, because you just let go and everything's fine now. Divorce is forever. It really actually is. Marriage is for how long you can hack it. But divorce just gets stronger like a piece of oak. Nobody ever says, oh, my divorce is falling apart, it's over, I can't take it. And again, if you're in a good marriage, stay in it. If you're in the best marriage ever, stay in it. I'm just saying, if you got out, it would be better. That's just a fact. I'm sorry, but it's true. Everything's better. My ex-wife and I, this is the best part of our knowing each other. We're good co-parents because we live apart and we're friends. Our kids go to her half the week, they come to me half the week. And I'm a good father. I'm an attentive, focused, and responsible father. Do you know why? Because I get to say goodbye to these kids every week. Are you shitting me? It's like every parent's fantasy. Who can't be a good father for half of every week? No matter how bad it gets, every Wednesday I get to go, goodbye, girls. Daddy's gonna go upstairs and pour whiskey all over his naked body right now. I'm gonna lay in my own filth until 2 seconds before you come back here. That's why I'm such a good dad. My daughter was having a dance thing at her school. They had this big dance. Anyway, we all went, all the parents, and everybody's there, and everybody's got their phone. Every single parent. It was an amazing thing to watch, because kids are dancing, and every parent is standing there like this. Every single person was blocking their vision of their actual child with their phone. And the kids, I went over by the stage, and the kids, there's people holding iPads in front of their faces. It looked like we're all in the witness protection program. Like the kids can't see their parents. And everybody's watching a shitty movie of something that's happening 10 feet. Like, look at your fucking kid. The resolution on the kid is unbelievable if you just look It's totally HD. Why are you taping this? You're never gonna watch it. In a million years, you're not gonna watch videos of your kids doing shit you missed the first time it happened. You don't watch it, you just put it on Facebook. Here, you watch it. I want to take a nap now. And then you get to read all the comments. Oh my God! It's so cute! And guess what? They're not watching it either. They're not watching the video. These kids are dancing for no one. Nobody watches the videos on your Facebook. They see the first frame of a kid and they go, that's very nice. Okay, back to this. Nobody's watching your kids' videos on Facebook, I promise you. I'll prove it to you. Next time you tape your kids dance, take 1 second of it and then add 20 minutes of just your own asshole. Just go in the bathroom and just record your own anus opening and closing for 20 minutes. Tack it on to your kid dancing for a second, put that on Facebook. Everybody will write the same thing. That's adorable. I think I see a future star.
I don't really have a shot with him, I think, because I just don't rate movie stars. I'm not really fucking fat. It's ridiculous. Like, I have this problem now. My pants I can't keep them they won't stay up. Because here's what happens. Okay, you get fat, and some of you skinny people I don't give a shit about you. You won't get this. I hate skinny people because they don't empathize with fat guy problems. They just don't. Like, you ever have a skinny friend, you're trying to tell them, like, I just wish I could have one donut and fucking walk away. I wish I could do that. I wish I had the power to eat a donut. And your skinny friend's like, well, just eat the donut then. What's the big deal? You should totally just have a donut if you want. You should totally go ahead and have one. Just enjoy yourself and have the donut if you like that. Fuck you. You don't get it. It's a whole spiral that begins with a donut. Later I'm killing hookers. I don't even remember what happened. But so here's what happens. You get fat and your pants start to get tight, right? And then you get fatter because it's not like, oh, I'll stop eating now, you know? And then suddenly all your pants fucking hurt. Like, every pair of pants hurts. And then you eat even more because it's like, fuck it now, man. Who even cares? Fat shit. Fucking obsessed with food. I went to this fucking thing with my wife and kids where it was like the kids and their kid friends, and just a house full of assholes, you know, that have kids. And I'm just sitting there fucking, I just want to kill myself, and I just want a bomb to drop on the whole house and take us all out. And I get in there, but then there's a plate of cookies. And like, as soon as I'm like, that's what I'm done. I'm eating every fucking cookie on that plate. That's what I'm here. That's what this all is fucking that. So, and you have to have a strategy, you know. You can't just fucking stand there and just fucking, you have to like sort of keep rediscovering the cookies, you know. You have to walk over and go like, oh hey, so who brought those? That's cool. It's interesting. You do this. This means like I totally could not eat it, but fuck, I don't want to hurt people's feelings. Brought the cookie. That's interesting. Yeah, I can take it or leave it. Totally fucking radar back there. Okay, new people around the dish. Do it again. Hey, if people start noticing, you have to say something like, these are crazy. Like, I don't know what it is about them. Yeah, it's the fucking cookies. It's not you're a piece of shit that can't stop eating anything. But, so here's what happens, though. You get fat enough, though, what happens is your belly starts to push out like this, and then it pushes your pants down to your pelvis because they won't hang in the normal place anymore. And then down there, they feel loose, and you start going, hey, losing weight, all right, I'm coming down. My pants are getting loose, I am getting thinner. I ate my way through to the other side. I did. Fucking, I don't give a shit. I'm fat. Look at this shit. I don't fucking care. Look at that. I don't care. It's just a sweaty bowl of fucking flesh. I don't care. Look how fucked up this is, too. It goes right in. Like, it goes at a right angle. It hits my pelvis. It doesn't, like, slope back down. It fucking goes in and then back up. It's fucked up. Like, when I'm in the shower and I'm scrubbing like this, when I get down there, I gotta turn in like this. I gotta actually make a turn. I'm gonna fucking cut in, or that crevice gets fucking filthy. It's ridiculous. It is. It's like a theater seat. There's like fucking receipts and shit and popcorn and fucking kids' toys and fuck, what the hell?
You ever read about the oldest person in the world? There's always an oldest person. And sometimes you read about them because the other one just died. That's when they tell you that there's a new oldest person. Last one I read about was 114. 114. He's a teenager after 100. You know what that means? That means he's got a kid who's like 92. Who's like, please fucking die. I'm just hanging around so I can have 1 week without you in it. I mean, here's the bad news. You're going to die. But here's the good news. When you get closer, you're going to want to fucking die. It doesn't keep being good. You don't get to keep your life the way it is. Like, I'm 55. Both hands hurt. Both hands. Both my hips hurt. I'm lucky I have only one asshole. The whole fucking body hurts. When you're like in your 30s, you don't even think about it. You're like, because here's like, there's the beginning of your life, and there's the end. So like, you start like in your like here by your 30s, you just shuffle. You don't even aware of this movement. You're just shuffling along. Hey, this life is good. It's pretty cool. And then somewhere you're kind of aware that way down there, people are falling off the edge. Oh, I don't know. It's weird. And then you're not thinking. Then all of a sudden you're close, and you're oh fuck, I knew that guy. Oh my god. Holy shit. But there's signs that your time is coming to an end, you know? Like they don't make my shampoo anymore. They don't make it. It's like, why'd you stop? Like, you're the only one. Nobody fucking cares about you. And so I thought, I'm going to make my own. I'm going to make my own shampoo. I'm going to look it up online. I'm going to look at the ingredients. I'm going to make my own. And I found myself at a dinner telling a table full of people. So I decided to make my own shampoo. That's one of those moments where you tell yourself, just don't tell folks anything. You don't need to say it out loud. Just do what you're doing, die as soon as possible.
Anyway, so I'm watching The Wizard of Oz with my daughters. Is that enough of a palate cleanser? All right. I'm watching The Wizard of Oz. I don't know if you've seen it. It's about a little girl named Dorothy. A very sweet little girl, played by an alcoholic older lady who lives in Kansas. She has a dog. She's very upset. And she keeps telling, my dog! And everybody's like, this is a farm. We're working. Leave us alone. And then there's a tornado, and they all run inside, and they barely look for her. It's unbelievable. It was so upsetting to me when I was a kid to see this movie. Because Auntie Anne's like, Dorothy! Okay, fuck it. And she just goes right inside, bolts the door. Unbelievable. So Dorothy goes up to Oz. So here's the thing. I was watching the other night. There's this one moment that really stunned me. It's when Ray Bolger played the Scarecrow. He just got ripped apart by flying monkeys. And he's very upset. And he has this performance that's way over the top, even for this movie. Do you remember that moment? The Tin Man comes over. What happened? And he's like, well, first they tore my arms off, and they threw them over there. And then they tore my legs off, and they threw them over there. And I've seen this movie 1,000 times. But for some reason this time, that moment made me go, holy shit. That was a lot. And I started to wonder if Victor Fleming, the guy who directed The Wizard of Oz, if he had a moment during the filming of the movie where he was like, I think I gotta have a word with Ray. Because that's getting to be a lot. All right, let him do another one.
Okay, action. What happened? Well, first they tore my arms off, and they threw them over there. And then they tore my legs off, and they threw them over there. Okay, cut. Comes over. So listen, Ray. Yes? Nah, you're fine.